Well, that was louder than I remember it. Oh, now things are quieter. Okay, well, that's exciting. I'm Franz. This is Andy.
Hello.
Here we are. Yes, ready. According to the Slack channel, we are ready. Slowly opening windows, but we are now very, very much ready. This is the Town Hall for Concrete CMS for the month of May 2023. Living in the future. So exciting. Let's see. Gonna be reasonably snappy, although as I'm looking at our agenda, yeah, stuff stacked right up. So let me figure out my windows, figure out how to share or something. And nope, that's settings. We will jump right into the news as soon as I can put. Here we go. Let's just do a whole window. How would that be? I think that'd be cool. This is the window I want to share. All right. So, in not the order presented to me, but in an interesting order, usage stats for concrete are up. So that's nice news. You can see over here at W3 Tech's little graph as to how it's finding concrete out there in the wild, and yeah, just going up to the right. So it's good for everybody. Rising tide floats all ships, and nice to see concrete being used. For more and more complicated sites. I think it's intranets, applications, portals, folks that are building things where there's some type of session and user awareness. In a world of Jamstacks and millions of CMSs, concrete adds a lot to the table when you need permissions and workflow, and a lot of the stuff that is built into the core and has been there for quite some time is quite robust. More news. 9.2.0 is available, so you can find a cool announcement listing all sorts of stuff about it, giving you some assets to promote it here. If you go to concretecms.org/9, it's not 9.2 but 9, there's more links to all of the hotness that is in 9.2. Hard to focus on one thing, so we made these little videos, but like this REST API is pretty awesome. It's been a long time coming, but lets you use Concrete as a hybrid headless CMS now. Cool things around production mode, security, and then the editing user experience is just getting ever more dialed in thanks to the help of some community members and Andy's valuable time. So that's all pretty cool. Still rolling out the auto updaters, so expect that later this week of your site nagging you that 9.2 is available for automatic install. But yeah, that's what I know there. I think I blasted through the news really fast. Anything else that I'm missing in your mind, Andy?
I don't think so. That is about what I know with regards to the release process. The only other thing I would say is that usually in the past we might have done a 9.2.1 right out of the gate. Haven't needed to do that. There have been some reports of some weirdness trickling in, but most of those things we can't actually even reproduce, or there's some interesting ways that concrete intersects with your site or your customizations, which I certainly would believe is possible. So then, so 9.2.1, not immediate, but definitely coming soon, already in development, and probably just like most other opportunities, we will add that to the auto updater rather once we are 100% sure that the update process is smooth. The 9.2 update process should be smooth, but we'd like to put it in the dashboard update notifier once we hit that first milestone of our first point release.
Yep. Other thoughts that I had, version 10 starting to talk about in GitHub. So there's several different issues that have been opened up by Andy talking about rethinking some of the underpinnings of boards to be just more intuitive, rethinking some of the side panel around stacks and clipboard and containers to be more of like a media library. Cool stuff in there, all still long posts with screenshots and mock-ups and, well, what if it did this and what if it did that? But this is a great time for everybody to get involved and say, well, this is great, but it doesn't solve my problems, or this would be amazing, totally solve my problems. So go wander over there and find those issues and comment on that. And then, of course, I'll remind you all as we are talking, if you have questions or comments, please post them in the stream, and we'll get to them at the end of the show. All right, now is the time where we take a moment and thank everybody who has contributed to Concrete in the last month, or at least some of the people who have done exceptional contributions that have jumped out and got their handle on this list of folks that we would like to specifically thank. So, Andy, I will toss it to you to go down our list here.
Awesome. Yeah. Thank you to M. Locati, Catalysis, Hishi, Nikki Clausen, Greg Hefield, and Jan Lucky for your code submissions over the last month. And for keeping GitHub issues alive, thank you to Travs Void, John the Fish, Bloody Iron, Trentham999, First Thomas, M. Locati, Hishi, AOL Rogi, Kurt Cunin, Lemon Brain MK, Marcin Shapurka, J. Scott Rawnet, Nikki Clausen, TM Designs, and Go to Phil, Parasec, X18, and BTA VASSC. And thank you to Vasi98 for submitting documentation. That is always appreciated, always very, very useful to have new documentation submissions on our docs site.
Absolutely.
Thank you to everyone.
Yeah, that got called out in our last Friday staff meeting as a achievement of the week. It's always nice when we have user-contributed how-tos and docs. Really helps. Probably not the hardest thing since you know how it works, but it really helps us stay focused on building new stuff. So thank you. In that vein, every month we like to do the Golden Baton. So this is an award that is not just us thanking you, it's you all thanking one another. So as Concrete and being an open source project, we all help each other move forward and upward. And there are community members that over years of contribution, their work really shines. And so we kind of started, I don't know, more than probably about 2 years ago at this point. I think we kind of deputized one person, said, you have won the Golden Baton. It comes with $250 of site credit, a badge, and everyone's gratitude and respect. And then at the end of the month, they pass the baton on to another member. And last month, Golden Baton was given to Wim and the web makers over there in the Netherlands, who have made an awful lot of add-ons over the years, including Formidable and active community members for a long time. And they deputized this year a community member who has been around since 2011, has won many Karma points, thousands of Karma points, 10-year anniversary. So that's pretty cool. Very helpful in the forums, and is a important member of the Concrete community from Switzerland. I have the pleasure of passing the Golden Baton on to WebPresso. So webpresso.ch. I'll bring it up. Let's see if I can share my screen. Why is it so hard to get to this? Nope, that's the wrong one. Share screen. Here we go. Boom. WebPresso. It's like it's coffee. Espresso, WebPresso.
Nice.
You have won the Golden Baton. Ooh, coffee cup's moving. You have won the Golden Baton.
There it goes.
Hey, buddies. So good job. Thank you very much. We appreciate you, and so does the rest of the community. Kudos. Okay. Now I'll remove that, and I will suffer through the share screen UX again when I bring up the excitement of the PRB. So the peer review board, here we go, reviews add-ons and themes in the marketplace. And every month they do us the pleasure of throwing together a quick video of some of the highlights of their work from the last month, which I will play for you now.
Hello all. Today I'll be presenting you two new packages in the marketplace, both by John the Fish. The first one, log comment. You install it, you get a button in the toolbar, and that's it. It's as easy as it gets. It allows you to leave comments to yourself or to others in your website's logs. The comments automatically include the page, but you can delete that if you want. They are saved in the comment channel, so you can easily filter them in your logs. And if you wish to do so, you can even quickly change colors for the input box. This package is V9 only. It requires at least PHP 7.3 and it's PHP 8 compatible. It is free in the marketplace, and it's a good addition to another free package by Don the Fish, Edit Your Comments. The second package is Container Magic. So Concrete V9, as you may know, introduced the concept of containers, an easy and flexible way of adding sections to a page with custom layouts and markup. If your theme doesn't come with containers, or if you need more or different ones, Container Magic will help you in quite a few ways. First, it will add more than 20 containers to your theme, and not just simple sidebar ones. It will also let you add custom classes to your containers, class names, and from there you can build styling. And to help further with that, you can define variants and style your containers differently for each variant. A variant is all of the containers together, ready to be styled differently from a different container, a different variant. Furthermore, you can add your own containers, and Container Magic will recognize them. And if you build the containers following a few simple rules that John explains, you'll be able to use all of Container Magic's helpers with them. And finally, although the containers use Bootstrap Grid by default, because you can customize the class names, you can modify them to use a different grid system if you like. As usual, John provides you with thorough documentation, and where the man finds the time, I'll never know. The package is $25 in the marketplace. It's V9 only and PHP 8 ready. Okay, that's all for today. Thank you and have a good one. Stay safe.
Thank you, Noor, and nice work, John. Very cool.
Thanks.
Awesome.
Looking cool, powerful.
Nice. All right. Next up, we're going to do a quick show and tell on a site that Jess has brought to our attention. And then we're going to wrap it up, gang. This is going to be a short and quickie, get back to work kind of town hall. So if you've got any important questions, now's the time to post them. Meanwhile, you'd really think that they could just make this button exactly where I want it to be instead of where they want it to be. Here we go. Yeah. I don't know how we're going to say this. IceV? Deceive? IceV. Well, it's a training site. It's all built with concrete, so that's pretty cool. Version 9. We're just looking at a marketing site right here, but you see we're going to log in with some single sign-on. But it's everything that you need to start teaching with some media-rich presentations. You've got detailed lesson plans in here. There's projects, activities. It is basically a full-on LMS. And they can do classes. Here, I'll bring up some different subjects, maybe, although I think I'm probably going to do it in the same window. Yeah, there we go. So you can see there's a library of all the various classes, and get some detailed records about it. Start watching the videos. Pretty cool. So yeah, all built with Concrete version 9, and I think just shows you really, when you're making something that is unique. I'm sure there are hundreds of LMSs out there in the commercial space that cost you some money and do exactly something, and that's great out of the box. If your needs are a little bit more unique, if you are wanting to make something that you fully own, these are all good kind of requirements for choosing Concrete to build that custom application bespoke for yourself. So nice to find Jess. Thank you. Let's see. Michaela Cotty is asking, ciao from Italy, guys. Have you read the faster release cycle post I wrote in the Concrete Forum? Thoughts?
I saw it.
I have not read it.
Not detail read it. No, I imagine I could summarize it without having read it, but I will do you the favor of reading your words. Yeah, it's true. We could probably benefit from a faster release cycle. I do know that some of the I have seen some of the posts in there where it's floated that it might be nice to have some automated tools that can do some of the things that we don't do. I mean, we do actually have an automation that bundles up the release for us. It's really all the little odds and ends of doing releases that are more annoying than anything else. So, for example, once you have the release zip, you have to, upload it to the Concrete File Manager. You have to add it to various pages. We could certainly do things to streamline that. You have to add it to Composer and tag it properly. More often than not, merging those releases back to master to get them to be tagged properly on Packagist can fail. So you have to do that. So there's you have to promote it with blog posts and forum posts. The reality is it's those things that take more time than building the zip. If we could just build the zip and dump it on a file system somewhere, we'd do a release every 2 days. It's really just the little ancillary parts of release management that are more painful. Certainly there's opportunity for automation there, but it's there's lots of little ways where those get more challenging. But yeah, I'm always happy to have that conversation. I'll definitely pop in there for more thoughts there. I mean, the other truth is, we've tried to deputize people to do these releases too in the past, and with varying levels of success. But yeah, there are ways where they go awry. So I'm not sure the best way to fix that. Certainly don't want to be a blocker on those, but they're not. It's thorny for sure.
Yeah. Just as I scan this thread as you're chatting, I don't think there's any there isn't any strategic motivation to be on a slow release cycle.
Yeah.
So if that helps, there are practical challenges in doing the actual release. There are practical challenges in testing. So I think in broad strokes, fast releases sound great to us too. So I think maybe looking for ways to, if not fully automate, just, if 3 steps can become 2 in that release cycle, that always helps. And then, it's just a matter of time in the day, guys. So, we like all of you, have many, many balls to juggle. So,
what you can do to assist in that process that is a self-contained thing, and I know you can do it, Locati, because you did it the first time, and we are eternally grateful for it because it has really been very valuable. The core splitter breaks every time we do a release because it breaks anytime we touch a file that's not in the Concrete directory, and that means we get to run it from scratch every time. And that takes, with our many branches these days, that takes 3 to 5 hours at this point, which is not ideal. And this is a real thing that is a constant, is a holdup. And I know Corvin has approached ways to worry about that problem with a new tool rather than the sort of tool that was written from scratch. And he found that it improved performance and reliability, but with some pretty big caveats of rewriting the commit history or something like that, or the git commit hashes would change, which is, obviously not great when you're trying to work with a tool that Composer uses based off of git hashes. So that is something actionable that can actually be looked at today. Probably doesn't need us slowing you down to worry about that, because that tool is life-saving. We wouldn't be able to do our modern deployment flow without it, but there are opportunities for that to improve, and that definitely impacts our release cycle for sure. So something to take a look at that you don't have to worry about us slowing things down on, for sure.
Yeah. Nice. Okay. So, yes, sounds good. Us too would like a faster release schedule. Yeah, I think unless there's anything else, yes, good morning, Mike. I think we're going to call this the town hall for the month of May and get back to work. So thank you very much, everybody. We will
Awesome.
see you in a month.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.